am repeating myself so much in this video, and you could probably tell how nervous I am. Hello. So I need to get some cleaning done because it's been a hot minute, and my office, which usually when I'm recording, you guys are facing that way, so you only see the bookshelf that is back there. You don't get to see the other bookshelf that is in my office, and that is the one that needs to be cleaned and redone because I have done a lot of shopping recently. Not great for me, I know, but I've done a lot of shopping recently, and I've gotten some little trinkets and stuff like that, and it just needs a good thorough cleaning. So that's what we're gonna do. So enjoy. exhausted. I'm gonna take a break. I might try to come back to this later, but we'll see. Until then, adios. They're so cute. Just little baby duckies. Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil. Hello. I don't have my little mic right now, so it is just me. I am having some lunch in the middle of the day, so here's the smorgasbord. It's a bean salad that my husband made because, fun fact about us, we are on a health journey right now to lose weight and get our health in order and all that kind of stuff. I've struggled with my weight most of my life, so it's been kind of a pain point over the years, but I really feel like we're making a difference now. It's been kind of a rough journey just because, as most of you might know, men tend to lose weight a lot more quickly than women do. So he's been dropping pounds like they're freaking hotcakes. Meanwhile, my body thinks it's a, 14th century peasant woman trying to hold on for famine. So that's been fun, but we are trying. I have to tell this story real quick before I go into what I was really going to talk about, which is I was so mad yesterday because he's been doing some personal training with the same place that we go through for a nutritionist. So he has been doing personal training and they do couples, physical training as well. And so I had been like, oh, well, I'd really like to do it with you. And he's like, yeah, that'd be great. We can go together, all that kind of stuff. So yesterday was supposed to be my first appointment with him to do that together, but it was a very unfortunate time for us to discover that the chili in the fridge, which I had eaten for lunch yesterday, had started to go bad. So I spent most of the day very, very ill. So did not get to do that yesterday. I'm feeling a lot better today, thankfully, but that's my little side tangent, I guess. What I really wanted to talk about today was, or at least for this part of the video that you're watching, I wanted to talk about, today is, when posting this video, which obviously today is not May 1st, but when this video is posted, it is going to be the start of Mental Health Awareness Month. If you don't already know, or I have not really talked a lot about, I'm still relatively new to this channel, obviously, so I'm still, talking and, you guys are getting to know me a little bit more, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I've at least mentioned that I deal with anxiety and I deal with depression, and it has been a really rough journey with that. I found, that recently I have found some medication that's been very helpful for me to manage my symptoms and all that kind of stuff, but that doesn't just magically make it go away, obviously. But as part of my mental health journey, so to speak, I wrote my first book, which I don't talk about too much, Tosca, which Tosca is under my name as the channel. You can see as author Elizabeth C. Cabrera. It is under that name, Tosca. I'm going to keep it up here for a bit. But I wrote this as a passion project. I don't talk a whole lot about Tosca because Tosca is a way for me to cope and deal with a lot of things I was dealing with in my life. Again, namely being depression and anxiety and a lot of other stuff I had going on at the time. It helped me process a lot of very dark, very bad things going on in my life at the time. And again, it's not a super long book. I think it's like just over 200 pages. So it's just a quick little literary novel that I wrote. And it's basically it's a fiction, it's literary fiction, but it's about this woman named Meg who is on the verge of a mental breakdown, basically. And I wanted to have this depiction of depression because in the media, I feel in the media, it is very documented on what they think mental health looks like when you're having a mental breakdown, when you're having depression, when you're having anxiety. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, the person's laying in bed and everything's dark and dreary and everything's going wrong in their life. Their wife left them, their husband left them, somebody cheated on somebody else, like they lost their job, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to show an aspect of that journey that doesn't involve everything going wrong. In fact, in this character Meg's life, things are going right for the most part. She's got, a stable job. This guy that she's, been kind of in love with for a long time is showing interest. She's got this major project that she's working on, but the depression and the anxiety just doesn't go away. She has to deal with her companion, Jem. And I can't talk too much about Jem because that would be a little bit into the spoilery territory. But basically, Jem is somebody that is constantly with her, somebody that is really egging on this mental episode of hers. And it just kind of goes through her journey with that. So it's important to me because, again, it was a passion project that helped me really dive into a lot of those dark feelings that I was having, especially around depression. And I wanted to show that it's easy for, again, the media to be like, oh, well, it's always dark and dreary, but like, it's not always that way. It's a lot of times it's just a part of day-to-day life. But I felt it was important for me to really process those feelings in the only way I've ever really known how to process my feelings, which is through writing. I normalize a lot of what I was feeling and what I was thinking. So it's not a book you're going to see me talk about a lot on my channel, even though I am very proud of this. I am very happy that it is something that I wrote. It's what helped me become an author, obviously. Like, I wouldn't have the author title above my name on the video you're watching if I didn't have this book out, which I have other things that are coming out. I have other books under my pen name that are coming out. So like, it was bound to happen anyway, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit in this video because for Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to put that book, you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, any retail website you can find for books, basically. I wanted to put the book at a discount for the entire month of May. So when you're seeing this video, that discount should be live and you should be able to see that because as much as, again, I'm not going to talk about the book as much just because it's very personal to me. And it's kind of weird and feels a little awkward and I'm still learning this whole author thing. So it's not something you're going to see me talk about too frequently, but I still wanted it to be available as something that you can check out if that's something you're dealing with yourself. It's very hard to advertise a book like Tosca though, because it's like, hey, do you want to be depressed? Do I have the book for you? I can't really do that. It's kind of awkward to just be like, hey, I wrote a book about depression. That sounds fun, right? Like, let's dive into that. Like, not really anything like that. So it's not something I am repeating myself so much in this video, and you could probably tell how nervous I am because it is something so personal to me. But all of that aside, I wanted to make sure that if it's something you want to check out, I think it would be beneficial just because, aside from the fact that, yes, I'm the author, all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to normalize it for the other people out there who may think like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, things are going so great, my life is fine, like, why am I feeling this way? And to show you that, like, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. You don't have to have the entire world crumbling down for you to feel mentally and like in yourself like things are crumbling, because that's just part of life, and that's part of mental health and mental well-being or whatnot. So this is a very long-winded little segment of this particular video, but again, as of this video going live, that book, Tosca, will be discounted, which I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be priced on the websites itself, but the ebook should be basically 90% off or so, and so should the hardback, or the paperback, I should say. And that's it. So I hope you guys are doing well, and you can continue on with the rest of this vlog.